This video will go through how to add a drainage network to the highway. I'm going to add a drainage network to the left-hand side of this highway. We can see that the alignment is going from left to right, or from west to east. I have my cross section here, which shows a running carriageway going westbound and a running carriageway going eastbound, and then we have footpaths beside the edge of running carriageway. So I'm just going to locate my drainage network inside this footpath. To do that, I go to the Home tab, the Create Design panel, and I select Pipe Network. Selecting Pipe Network, I'm going to select Pipe Network Creation Tools from the drop-down. Once you select that command, this dialog box will appear, and we'll just call this Road Drainage. And then what we have is we can put in a description if we wanted to. We have different types of part lists. Now, what these part lists are, it's a whole catalog for the manholes and pipes. If I select this edit button here, it will show me exactly what structures we have in here, what pipes, and we can also add in some more if we wanted to. There's 4 tabs in this network part list dialog box. So your information, so that's the name of it, which is standard. Then we have our pipes, we have our structures, and we have our summary. So the pipes then are the pipes we're going to be using in this network. And I can see that we have a whole range of different pipes that we can have within this catalog here. We have the concrete pipe SI, we have PVC pipe SI, and if you expand them out, you can see the different sizes that you have with each pipe. So with the concrete pipe SI, what I want to do is I want to add in some more sizes here. I might want to use a 300. So I'm just going to go right click and add part size. Once you do that, you'll get another dialog box here. And what I just usually do is I just click on this add all sizes and it brings them all in and go okay. And you can see you have your 300 there, 375, 450 and so on. What I'm going to do is maybe I'll use the 375mm concrete pipe in this network. So I just want to make sure it is in this list. Then go into my manholes or the structure tab. I can see the different types of structures we will have here. And I'm just going to concentrate on maybe we have this eccentric cylindrical structure SI. I expand that out. I have one in there which is 1200 by 450. I can add more in it again, so I can just right click and add in more part sizes to this part that we have here. If I right click, go add part sizes, I can bring in then all the other different sizes we have in here by just clicking all of these. But in this case, I only want to use the structure, this 1200 diameter 450 frame within my network, so I don't need to add in any more. So I'm just going to go OK. The surface name, so my surface name here, I want to target the manholes to the existing road because I'm going to be within the footprint of the footpath. So I'm going to be selecting Road 1 surface. The alignment I want the manholes to refer to is the alignment of the main line here. So I'm going to be selecting Road 1. Then our structure label styles, I'm going to leave them as none for the time being and go OK. Once you go OK, you'll get this toolbar appearing. And then in here, the toolbar, you can actually set your surface again if you want to, and you can set your alignment by just clicking on these 2 tabs here. You could change your catalog by just selecting here in the part list. You can change it from a different part. So I'm happy with standard because I've modified them. Now, before you start placing in any pipes or manholes, you want to make sure that there is rules set within the network. What these rules do, it tells the pipe network what depth, what slope, what length they should be, and the software will then try and apply them rules to this network. And if it doesn't apply them correctly, it will show you that there's warnings there. So make sure you set your rules before you create your network. To set the rules, we go to our fourth icon here, which is our part list. Left click on it, and we're just going to go back into the edit command here again. We are then have to modify the rules for the pipes. So to modify the rules for the pipes, left click on pipes, and you'll see that all of them here, except for the very top one, is under the rules set of storm and foul drainage. So if I change this storm and foul drainage, if I modify the parameters in here, it will apply them to all of these pipes, except for the 100 one, because that is on standard. Now I can just change this to storm and foul by just clicking on this icon and changing it to storm and foul. So go OK. So now everything within this concrete pipe list here will all have the same rules. Now to modify these rules, we just click on the edit button at the end of the cell of the rule, this icon here, and then we just select the modify button once again. Selecting the modify button, you will have this dialog box appearing, and what we're going to do is we're going to navigate to the rules tab. Within the rules tab, we'll see that we have two parameters there, which I'm just going to expand both of them. I have a cover and slope, so we have a minimum slope there of 0.2, which is okay. A maximum slope, I'm going to change this maybe to 10%. Minimum cover, I can change that to 0.9. And then a maximum cover, I want to max that out at maybe 2.5 meters. The maximum length between manholes will be 100, so I'm going to leave that as 100, and the minimum length will be 1. But we should not have any manholes within 1 meters of each other. Go OK, and go OK, and that's all the rules set to the pipe networks, or to the pipes. You can also do the same then for your structures. So we've added in an eccentric cylindrical structure SI. If I go in there, I can modify the rules in there. It's under this type of basic. Click on the modify button there and select this edit command once again. And then in here, you can change different parameters of the structure, such as sump depth, maximum pipe diameter or width, and so on. I'm going to leave these all as a default. I'm not going to change anything in here. So the only rules I changed were in respect to the pipes. Go OK and go OK. And now I'm going back up to this toolbar. Before I start putting in my pipe network, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to navigate to my profile view. A handy tool to use within the profile view when you're creating the pipe network is your station tracker. If you select your profile view, I'm just going to select it using the text up here, the heading text. And you will then have a contextual ribbon up the top. I'm just going to select on the Analyze tab, Station Tracker. And then I'm going to select the command All Viewports. What that does, it will show me within my alignment in my profile. If I have my cursor shown in my profile, it shows me exactly where I am in plan. So I'm just going to go back to my plan view here, and I am then going to change, I'm then going to start off this network. I want to make sure it's on the right structure. So this is my manholes or structure part, and this is my pipes section. So I want to make sure this is on eccentric cylindrical structure SI, and there's only one in there, so be this 1200 diameter, 450 frame, 600 cone. And then I also want to change my pipe to the concrete. And again, remember we said we go for a 375. So I just want to select 375. I'm then going to select this icon here, and it's a drop down. It lets me draw the pipes and structures. And if I just wanted to put in structures, I could select structures only. Or if I just wanted to put in pipes, I'd be selecting pipes only. But in this case, I want to select pipes and structures. So I'm just going to start off at chainage 100. I have my object snaps turned off, and I'm going to be selecting in the middle of the footpath, somewhere around here. So left click to place in one of my manholes, and then I'm going to go to 200, left click to place in another manhole, and I'm going to keep going down. Now, I should have told you before I started placing in the manholes, this toggle button here is very important. What that basically means is that the gradient of the pipes are going in a downward trajectory. So right now my profile view, that is fine because I want it to go downwards. But once I get to the low point, I'll have to select that toggle button and make sure it's going uphill. So I've just selected another manhole there at 300. Now I'm going to go to 400. Going to go to 500. Again, just trying to stay within the footpath. Going to go to 600. And now you can see after 600, I am starting to hit my low point. So if I go to 700, I'd say I can go to 700 before I toggle the button. So I'm going to left click here. And now I'm going to toggle this button here, left click on this. And now I'm going to change my slope. So the gradient now of the pipe is going to be going uphill, which is matching what the gradient is shown here. And I'm going to go to 800. And I'm going to just do one last one at 900 and press enter. So that's a video how to bring in some manholes, how to edit the rules of pipes, and how to place in and use the toggle button within this pipe network toolbar.